Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another crypto live stream. And today, we have a couple of crazy topics to discuss. I think you guys will all enjoy it, though, as well. A lot of people have been sleeping. But it's time to it's time to wake up. All right. There's a couple of things which have happened over the last couple of days we have to share. That is in the stock market, that is in Bitcoin, that is in XRP. A little bit also in the Yuga Labs part. And welcome to Mirosa. I still have the paper somewhere here with your name on it. It's not a joke. I will never... When I said I'm going to write your name down and I'll never forget, I was not joking about that, by the way. If I ever say something, I'm a man of my word, you know? I said I'm going to write Tommy Roos or whatever down. Can you see it properly? No, because it's also mirrored. But it's there, all right? Remember that. But yeah, there's a little bit going on with the Bored Ape Yacht Club that's getting a lot of attention right now. There's a lot going on in the XRP community. And it basically comes back down to three things. And of course, as always, the freaking SEC. Oh, it's always there to ruin my day. I swear to you. It's like a daily thing nowadays. So, the waking up in the title has to do with this right here. All right? John Deaton said, wake up. A war against crypto was declared on December 22nd, 2020. From day one, I said the allegations versus XRP were dangerous because the same applies about all other altcoins, including Bitcoin. Then, the SEC filed the case versus Library, making similar claims about Library Coin. Read this allegation against Dragon Chain and now remind me Bitcoin's number one distinction. All right, this is extremely important for XRP holders, Bitcoin holders, for any crypto holder really. But today I think is mostly about the XRP community because you guys, I guess us, right? Because we're both in the same scenario. We are already a little bit more awake than a lot of other crypto communities, right? But still, we have to wake up even further because it's, I think, only the XRP community that knows exactly what the SEC's plans are. Read on. Let's check it out. All right. So, to list dragons, Dragon Chain also capped the number of dragons that could ever be created. This ensures that the market value of dragons, which was important to investors, would not be diluted in the future by introducing of newly minted dragons into the market. The reason this is kind of scary, you guys got to understand it from reading this right now, is because the one thing with Bitcoin that people often say, right, is, oh, but it's inflationary right now, but it's eventually deflationary. But there's a big cap, right? It's scarce, which people thought was kind of a good thing. And at the end of the day, I guess you can kind of coincide a lot of these different things. Wait, let me see the best way to phrase it. Just read in front of you what you're seeing right here. Dragon Chain also capped the number of dragons that could ever be created. How could this be a bad thing? Why would this be in the SEC's complaint? Why would they go after Dragon Chain for this? Why would they name this? What? I need to put that sound off. Why would that be a thing? And yeah, John Dean is rightfully so a little bit scared about it, or at least putting it up. So JV said something, all right? The SEC is filing a lawsuit for every type of crypto model. Indeed, I agree with that. Projects that are fully developed, projects with capped supplies, projects with utility, and they're claiming that they're bad for all reasons they can think of, right? For a non-cap, they'd say, well, but there's an infinite amount of coins, which is bad. For cap, they'd say, well, so it can never be diluted, which is bad. Project with utility, they say, well, they made the utility, so they're the main proponent for the success. With no utility, they'd say, oh, they're only raising money and not doing anything. If Ripple and Library lose, crypto is screwed. Let's not curse, right? Let's not curse. Crypto is screwed. And just from the last 2 months, let's see. Okay, so we have the Coinbase. Let me see quickly, right? We have Coinbase. How many do we have now? We have for ourselves, we have the Coinbase one. That is 9 cryptos that are already depicted as securities. Which ones else do we have? We have, so that's 9. Then we have XRP. That's also amongst the ones. Then we have Library. Then we have Dragon Chain. What else do we have in that little list of things that the SEC thinks is bad? And I'm just kind of putting that up there as a basis, right? Because you got to understand, these are now 12, 13, whatever. This is the start of the start. The SEC has just started to get the little gears on. Remember, guys, we got 2020 December, we got Ripple. Library, when was the library case started? Anybody in the chat know when the library case started? Library SEC case. When did that complaint get filed? So, library says we've been investigated for 1660 days. April 2021. Okay, Shane, thank you very much. So, we got December 2020, we got the Ripple case. April 2021, half a year further, we got the library case. 1 and a bit year after that, we got the 9 complaint. No, actually, yeah, 1 and a bit year afterwards, we got the SEC complaints. And then a couple weeks later, we get another one, Dragon Chain, right? Point being, they're starting to amp it up already. You can see there were 2 complaints in about, let's say, the first 2 years. And now there's 10 lawsuits, basically, or at least 10 claims within 2 months, or within 1 month, maybe even. What I'm trying to say, what I'm trying to portray here, it's about to go down, all right? It's about to get massive, the amount of actions that the SEC is going to do. But before we go a little bit further into my theory about that, guys, I have a $10,000 giveaway running right now. If you want to enter, check the link down below. There's absolutely no negative side to joining it. So I keep sharing it because it's a pretty big deal for me. Some people might think that money falls out of air or something like that. Still a pretty big deal for somebody to give $10,000 away. So I really appreciate you guys if you join at least, because, well, then it feels like I don't know, I don't know, it feels better. The more people that join, the more worth it feels. Even though at the end of the day, only 10 people win. So if there's 10 people who entered or 50,000, it's basically the same thing. But don't let this number throw you off, right? There's 12 ways to enter, in total 14 or 15 points to get, which means that you have to divide this number by 15 with the amount of people that have entered, basically, right? Because you can also get 15 of these entries, right? Don't get it twisted right there. All right, and also, guys, if you're enjoying these streams, make sure you press that like button. I'm trying to read every single comment right there, but I also noticed, hey, you guys are not that active today. Let me know where you're watching from. Just put it in the chat box real quick where you're watching this video from. Let's see, or the live stream at this point. And also make sure you press the like button. We have over 200 people watching. Let's get to at least 100 likes. Should very much be easy. It helps these live streams perform a little bit better, so I always appreciate you guys. We have Vincent from the UK. We have Mike from Canada. Nicholas from Texas, USA. We have Alakmar from Tommy. Riz from PH. I'm not sure if that's a place in the US, you mean, or Philippines, or maybe you just put PH for no reason. Denmark, swimming pool. Was that, who said I'm watching from the vacation? Shane says, on vacation in Turks and Caicos, listening to Dusty's live stream. Good day indeed. Thank you very much for your support, I guess, every single day. You guys are appreciated. We have Netherlands, we have Lithuania, Austria, Rotterdam, North Carolina, Australia. 4 Mile Bayou, Louisiana. What's up, guys? What's up? Welcome back. So, yeah. So what we had, right, what I just stated, is that the SEC is most likely going to go for massive amounts of claims over the next couple of months. You have to understand that this is going to be the wild freaking west. Wake up, people. When I say that, I mean wake up in the sense that this is not a small game. The whole Ripple v. SEC lawsuit is a very, very big deal in the bigger ranks of crypto, and it will be a lot more important as we progress further. The SEC is making it look as if they're open to debate, but we all know they're not, right? John Dean keeps on saying, let's get a good civil discussion going on, yet they always say no. They're never really down for anything like that. Hanson here says, hey, Senator Sanders, I liked you, followed you for years. I even delegated for you in Utah. This attack on crypto that the it's just an attack on the financial freedom. And it's not only in the US. You might think, oh, okay, but that's only in the US, right? Wrong. Over in other places, like, for example, Canada, we're seeing these things start, all right? We're seeing it start. Ryan Selk has also put up, feeling very grateful. Oh, let me quickly put it perfectly into frame. There we go. Feeling very grateful tonight that Canadians can buy as much Litecoin and Bitcoin Cash as they want on this dip. We always say that the US is picking and choosing, right? Well, but Canada's not really much better. Because look at what they've done. They made it so you can buy Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin, and Bitcoin Cash in unlimited amounts. But then these other ones, like XRP, like Cardano, like Solana, well, you can only buy $30,000 worth of it per year. Why? How? Why? What? I don't know. I don't know exactly what they thought behind it. I don't know what their thought process was. I'm not sure exactly why they thought this was smart. Then again, I'm not sure if it's actually a full Canadian rule. I don't personally think so. I think it's actually just the exchanges putting this into place. But I think as one exchange, or at least two exchanges at this point, have done it, it might continue on a little bit further. But I'm not too sure, actually, on how this works. By the way, yeah, R89 says, don't lump us all in with those inferior provinces. It's not a countrywide thing either. I think it's like, let's say, 6 provinces put it in, and then 4 we're saying, no, it's not true. Or at least we're saying we don't necessarily need that, per the exchanges as well, right? So it's a specific thing. Then again, one thing that people put up was the fact that you can use decentralized exchanges. But then what I covered earlier yesterday, or somewhere yesterday, was the fact that Uniswap even is also blacklisting addresses for certain reasons. The crypto space is at a really interesting point right now. Then again, guys, from a Ripple perspective, I think things are doing pretty great. You know, we covered this yesterday, but still, city mayor of the 6th largest city in Japan visits to discuss crypto adoption. The fact that Ripple's talking with these spearheads, they've also done it with the prime minister over in Georgia, is already just showing something really great, right? The fact they can talk with governments and the fact that so many central banks are working towards a new currency that Ripple can to a certain degree also facilitate or help facilitate or be the middleman for. It's just showing great things for Ripple. I'm always excited about it when I read it, right? Whenever I read more sort of Ripple lore, I get kind of excited, personally. But yeah, in regards to the whole Bored Ape Yacht Club thing, you might say, what is BAYC? What is that about? It's the Bored Ape Yacht Club. So, personally, right, it's not really too interesting anymore to me what's happening to it. But there's a really interesting debate that's being popped up right now, and even Jeremy Hogan and the crypto area are in on it right now. They're putting it up here because it's getting kind of strange. So, Crypto Area put this up. 17 months ago, Leia and I conversed in a YouTube video about NFTs because I've cleared rights to images from movies, posters, and publishers many moons ago. I knew the intellectual property rights were going to be an issue with NFTs. In the real world, most copyright transfers are carried out by IP transfer agreements. World of Women NFT collection is the only one among the top 25 collections that attempts to transfer all rights to IP to NFT owners. However, it is not clear whether the IP transfer agreement will be carried over to downstream sales in the secondary distribution marketplace. Even if you intend to own a rare NFT collection like the Bored Ape Yacht Club, the actual owner of the IP is not the NFT purchaser. Galaxy Digital has just published the argument that without real-world copyright transfers, there is no ownership of an NFT image. It is not enough to own a licensed digital token. Galaxy Digital's report, quote, without copyright, you can't even prevent others from displaying art associated with your NFTs, end quote, unless the artist expressly states otherwise in the license terms. Only the artist has that right. In my opinion, expect NFTs to become a big legal mess very soon. And that's another thing, which in the grand scheme of things is going to be a rather big problem in crypto. And I said before, right, that this is going to be the year of crypto lawsuits. Well, I'm not sure if it's going to stay on the SEC's front only, or if this is going to go through in all sides and corners, right? In all sides and corners. But I guess the Bored Ape Yacht Club is not so boring then, huh? Because they're going to go pretty crazy. Here is the article title, Yuga Labs officially releases IP rights tied to CryptoPunks, Meebit NFTs, and Galaxy Digital reports criticizes Bored Ape Yacht Club license. As we just stated, has to do with the fact that things are not really clear right now. What can you do? How does a license work? And they're saying that the whole Punks and Meebit's license is already a little bit better, but even then, it's quote-unquote not that good still. It's not that good and doesn't really make things clear. While the Bored Ape Yacht Club license is unclear and potentially misleading, newer licenses from Yuga Labs, who are controlling it right now, including the new CryptoPunks and Meebits licenses, are significantly more professional and explicit in the ownership and license terms. Galaxy Digital's research details in Friday's blog post. At this point, given the disparity between Yuga Labs' Bored Ape Yacht Club license and its newer licenses, it's unclear whether Yuga Labs intends to confer identical commercial use rights to holders of apes and punks. But even then, it makes things kind of difficult. Do you really own it? Does the artist own it? Do you get a right for what? For what exactly? Can they transfer rights like this just over a little report or so? It's kind of a strange one. All right, let's see what you guys are saying. How's it, Dusty? Greetings from South Africa. What's up, my friend? Guys, what is BAYC? Bored ABL Club. It's a NFT collection, a very popular one. Morning, brother in chat. What's up, Tristan? What's up? What's up? What's up? Or it says maybe that's why the lawsuit. Too many of us knowing. Not sure exactly what you mean, but maybe, my friend. Maybe, my friend. Sebastian says, does it really all matter? If you look at the utility of XRP, watch video on Ripple. CBDCs are coming, so only XRP is important. I'm not so sure why you're saying that. In any crypto scheme that we can think of, and scheme, I don't mean an illegal scheme, I just mean any crypto like bucket of things. XRP doesn't necessarily have to be the only one, nor is it the only important thing. When you're talking about CBDCs, it doesn't necessarily have to use XRP. There's just a good chance that they can help facilitate transfers better or something like that. Be the bridge among things. Does it have to be? No. Is it the only one that can do it? No. It just has the right connections and the right approach to getting things done. So it's a good probability that they at least will have some sort of role in all of this. Do they have to? No, they don't have to. It's not the only option. Banks, bro. All right, there was a little bit more that happened, a little bit more crypto news that I thought, hey, let me just quickly share that. South Africa, who's watching from South Africa right now? Apparently, South Africa's central bank has granted local banks permission to serve crypto clients. This just is in, right? This just happened really right now. South Africa's Reserve Bank has directed financial institutions in the country to serve customers handling crypto transactions. In a guideline, the bank stated that institutions should not impose an overall cryptocurrency ban, but called for banks to conduct due diligence when dealing with such clients. This comes after some banks in the country resolved to close clients' accounts associated with cryptocurrencies, citing a lack of adequate regulations to govern the sector. Quote, banks may act as conduit for funds linked to crypto asset service providers' activity and may play a role in customers wishing to purchase crypto assets or receive payouts for the sale of crypto assets via fiat currency into their bank accounts. Banks must ensure that they maintain adequate records in respect of all customer transactions, including fiat to fiat, fiat to crypto, and crypto to fiat transactions, the SARB said. That's pretty good, for South Africa. That's a pretty big step up. I guess a lot of other countries could take a little bit of an example from what South Africa is doing right here. It's just they're allowing for a lot of these banks and service providers to just work with crypto and be the middleman, which a lot of other countries are kind of skeptical of, right? When you have Santander / Bank of America pair on solo decks, where is XRP needed? Well, that's a fun thing that people often say. So in theory, right, if there's a direct link to link, so for example, there's a Chinese yuan to US dollar link. In no way, shape, or form is XRP a necessity, but it depends on what type of conduits, right? For example, if you have, let's say, 1,000 banks, what are the chances, right, that every single one of these banks is connected to another? Chances are rather slim. Let's say, however, that all of them just sign up with one company, for example, Ripple. Through the facilitation or through the transfer of XRP, then every single one of those currencies can go through XRP, be transferred on. Boom. But it's actually direct link through something. So all these banks don't need to connect with one another. You don't need these reserves, because some people say, well, but for example, these decentralized exchange pairs or a bank to bank, you know that these banks usually work with a nostro-vostro system. When you're talking about, for example, intra-country transfers, Ripple has no real purpose whatsoever. It's about cross-country for different pairs. If we're talking euro to euro, you don't need an XRP, you don't need Ripple for almost, I guess for the messaging part, but that's RippleNet as a whole, not necessarily the ODL department. But it's on-demand liquidity. What it facilitates is liquidity, where usually you'd have this nostro-vostro system where you need the foreign currency, your own currency, and kind of move it around all the time. And it's a really harsh realm. It's a lot of trouble. But that's for cross-border currencies, right? Or cross-border, how do you say it? Transfers, not intra-border transfers, I guess. Somebody asked about market cap. Ab says, is it possible for XRP to reach 1,000? Like, does market cap really matter or no? The simple answer that I always give is market cap really does not matter. With quant, for example, you can easily say it like this, right? QNT. Well, the market cap, and the same thing sometimes goes for XRP. At the end of the day, since it's a currency, or at least it's a value transfer tool, right? A utility piece. at the end of the day, you might be able to say the market cap is the amount of money that people is basically decided by the amount of value or money or whatever that people need to be able to transfer or lock on a system. So let's say in theory, right, for example, that people want to facilitate transfers of crazy amounts over the XP ledger and they use the main ledger for it. Well, they can't really transfer $1 trillion easily. At some point, it might need to be a reality, though, that is able to be transferred at some point, right? Not soon, but at some point. So then the market cap needs to be able to facilitate that, or we need to do a lot of smaller transfers. However, that's kind of where things get or coincide or come together. Market cap just means the amount of coins times the price. At the end of the day, I'm just saying the higher the price goes, the better for a lot of these transfers. And so generally speaking, a lot of these systems, the price will go up because they're pushing it that way because it's better. Does it have to be anything, though? Again, if it needs to have main usage, the higher the better. And so most likely it will keep going higher to make the systems work properly. Does it need to be higher? No, I don't think so. Is there a restriction? I wouldn't see why there would ever be a restriction for market cap. It's just the amount of coins times the price. In theory, I can make a coin right now with a $70 trillion market cap and it will be real. Why? Well, think about it like this, right? Let's discuss this. Let's say, let me quickly take a little sip of water, actually, before we go into this discussion. Let's say, there we go. Let's say that we have a new dusty coin. It has a supply of one coin, which can be split up into 10 pieces, which is the same thing as 10 coins not being able to be split up into any pieces. We can do 10 coins, it does not matter, it is the same thing. Let's say we do 10 coins then, to make it maybe easier to understand. Let's say I have one of these 10 coins, and you guys have the other 9 coins. If we now make a transfer, and one of you guys buys this token from me, this coin, for $1 billion, that means that my coins in total, right, the dusty coins, are now worth $10 billion because you paid $1 billion for it. There's 10 of them out there. Market cap is $10 billion. Now, that goes a little bit further when we say, okay, you know what? There was one transfer done for $100 billion. Let's do it crazier. $500 billion somebody purchased my coin for. Or, in theory, right, and this is a very important one, if my coin has a lot of decimals, if somebody buys the smallest piece of my coin, it is then taken back to the, somebody says, better idea is 1 billion coins and you buy one for $1. It's all the same thing, it doesn't matter. Let's say there's 1 billion coins out there. If you ever buy one of those for $1,000, boom, market cap is $1 trillion. Okay, it's the biggest cryptocurrency out there just because you bought one token. And if the supply is, for example, held by one person, and nobody's able to sell it otherwise, only for the $1,000, well, there you go. So it's like, yeah, it's because these are currencies, the value is created through this. It's not as if, so that's the thing about global wealth. If you ask somebody, how much global wealth will increase over the next 50 years ago, they would probably not guess that it was this number. And the same thing kind of goes for if you ask people now, how much will global wealth increase over the next couple of decades? Nobody seems to be able to put up an accurate display because technology has changed so much, right? Who would have thought that phones would be such a household thing, or that computers were this way, or that cars would be the way that they are right now? This significant. And the same thing goes for all these technologies, right? So in 50 years, to estimate where we would be is really strange because crypto, for example, are only 10 years old. And most likely it'll be so much further in the next couple of decades. People couldn't have fathomed that. So then it also comes to how much you need to lock. Okay, look. So people often say this thing, as one, I see it in the chat box quite often, regarding, oh yeah, but $500 billion would not be working because global wealth or this, that, it would not, it would be too much, basically. One of my easy answers is, how do you think, or where do you think that number comes from? This global wealth, you can say, okay, but it's production, so maybe we're going for like a GDP, global purchasing or global products measured or something like that for the whole globe. And so that's what wealth is. Well, you're kind of right. However, again, that becomes more difficult when commodities, for example, are also these things that we have in the metaverse and things like that, where anything can have a certain amount of price. And if one, for example, is sold and there's 10,000 of them, then only it's about the sold ones, but they can kind of artificially make it that way. It's like the realms between actual money and digital money are becoming so skewed or so interaligned, that this global wealth idea is changing so much as well. In my own head, I'm not completely sure about where exactly I would place what the max is for global wealth or exactly how it will work over the next couple of decades. But let me just say it like this, market cap does not matter, no. It's an easy conclusion. I'm not fully awake today, guys. It's a little bit of a strange day. I have had a good, nice little party yesterday. It was fun. If you didn't notice. While my speech might be not on par with what I sometimes have. Sometimes the level of speech is a little section higher. Today it's not perfect, but it will do. And by the way, guys, if you're enjoying these streams, make sure you press that like button. Let's see what else type of stuff we had. We had this. This is kind of funny. Bitcoin reached a potential bottom, says legendary trader Peter Brandt. I always like it whenever he says something, For all practical purposes, the targeting of the rising wedge in Bitcoin has already been met. That is not a reason per se to be bullish, and it does not mean Bitcoin cannot go lower yet. So, it's kind of funny to me. I wonder how accurate these analysts are over longer periods of time, right? I have a couple of good analysts in my team, and I can see their successes. But for example, people like Peter Brandt, who get a lot of attention in the world, how good are they really, right? How good are they? Has anybody ever measured their success for trading? Kind of wonder about it. I just don't know. And yeah, if you're wondering why things were going down, the crypto space was not doing too well. Things were kind of shaky, right? You guys have most likely all seen it. It was mostly because of two things. European shares end week lower on recession fears. There's recession fears, and there was the crazy $2 trillion in options expiry from Friday, which got a lot of people kind of messed up. Those two things kind of came together. Good morning from Florida. What's up? What time is it in Florida, Matt? What's up, man? Brian says, hey, from Australia. What time is it in Australia? Let me actually think there's anybody. Put in the chat box what time it is for you. Right now, for me, it is. I don't have a. Do I have a phone here? Let's see. For me, it is about 2 p.m. right now. What time is it for you guys? We have 8 a.m. in Florida. Okay, that's actually doable. So I guess we're not going to see anybody from LA today, huh? We got 8 a.m. from Matt. Blair says 3 p.m. We got Melbourne, 10 p.m. Wow, really? Wow. That's pretty interesting. So if I ever stream in the middle of the day, like, 4, almost nobody from Melbourne is going to watch, huh? 5 p.m. Perth. How could that be? We have 8 p.m. in Malaysia. Okay, 8 in Ontario, Canada. It's kind of funny as well, huh? That you guys are on the chat box on all other sides of the world. Somebody's watching this as like his morning cup of coffee in LA from 5 a.m. Another person is watching this like late at night, 10 p.m. on the couch, snuggled up with their little coffee and whatnot. A little chocolate milk on the couch with a little blanket and stuff. The other person's looking at a screen out of bed thinking, what in the world is this in my morning? Why is this guy on my screen? It's kind of funny how that goes in the world of digital stuff. Houston, Texas, 7 a.m. But we have a couple of 5 a.m. soldiers in the chat. Look at that. South Oregon and California. And a couple of 5 a.m.ers. You guys are nuts that you're watching this. Are you still awake? Did you just wake up? Is that your routine? Do you wake up at 4:30? Like the military guy? Fair enough. FVB. I always hate your name, man. It's not easy. FVB, FVB. It's very strange to pronounce that. There was a study done. People asking financial analysts what the market is going to do in a decade. Turns out you would be more accurate flipping a coin than going off their opinion. I wonder if that's true. A coin, literally 50% chance. Following these analysts, is that worse than 50%? Really? That's interesting. Then again, a decade. You can't really predict a decade, right? A decade. All I know about a decade is that things will go up. Having a beer because it's 5 o'clock somewhere. All right. Fair enough. 5 a.m. Las Vegas. Are LA and Vegas the same time zone? I thought it was like 1 hour up. I don't know the US too well in that sense. I've never been. So I don't know. My US topography stuff, it's a little bit bad. I'm not even sure if there's 3 hour difference in total or only 2 in the US. I know left is, let's say -8. The other one is -6. But is there also a -5, for example? Or like a -9? Don't even know. Don't really care, actually. Yeah, either way. It doesn't matter too much, to be honest with you. There's no... Yeah, by the way, did you know I had like a... So, a little fun story about yesterday, right? I went out, and I thought, I'm going to just quickly take a little look and then come back and then get you guys 2 more videos. Or maybe even 3, because I had 3 prepared. I had a video coming up about Stellar. I had a video coming up about my top 5 altcoins right now. Or at least 5 crypto coins, I guess I should call it. Because it's not only altcoins. You'll see what I mean with that. I had a video about Shiba Inu planned. And I had something potentially about either Chainlink or IOTA coming up. Because these are both things which I really like. But they're not getting the attention which they deserve. But then I was standing there thinking, you know what? Do I really want to make another video, or should I just chill and stay here? And sorry guys, the chill won me over. So today we're gonna go crazy though. A lot of cool videos coming up. We have a little bit about Stellar, as I said. We have a little bit about Shiba Inu. I'm not sure if you guys still enjoy Shiba Inu content or not, but this one pretty crazy. And I'm thinking maybe there's a part of my community that still loves this coin. And honestly, I'm more excited about it now than it was a couple of months ago. There's still something to be said. And the top 5 crypto, I think you guys always love it, right? Whenever I talk about my top crypto coins that I think will do amazing. So that I definitely have to do today. 3 hour, 4 hours if you add Alaska, 5 if you add Hawaii. I don't actually know on the map as well where Hawaii would be. I think it's like bottom left, but I honestly don't completely know. Dutch Eye in the Sky says, when you come, we'll show you around. I'm going to a lot of different places this year. I'm going to for sure, right? I'm going to Paris next month. Going to Malta somewhere in maybe a month or so. Going to Singapore. So we have those 3 planned. Of course, Bitcoin Miami 2023. I think Bitcoin Amsterdam maybe as well, which will be, I think, October or something like that. I don't remember exactly when that is. What else do we have? What is in the US or so that I can go to? What crypto stuff do we have? So I could just sign myself up. Because very often what I get is people say, oh, wow, why didn't you go to this crypto conference here? And I'm like, I didn't know that existed. Nobody tells me this stuff. Some people have the craziest connects to always get these invitations or just are able to buy tickets for stuff. I just don't know when a crypto conference is going to be. And obviously we have some stuff in Dubai happening as well, which I'll be at. But yeah, where in the US is good to go? Where are crypto stuffs? Or where are the majority of you guys headed or located? I was even planning to go to New York just for fun for like a week or 2. But then I was looking through the map. I was like, I don't know New York. Do I stay at Central Park? Do I stay on the complete other side? Somebody else said, never stay in this area of New York on Reddit. I was like, how would I know this? How can I figure this out? Where do you start? If you go to Los Angeles, for example, California, where do you exactly go? What street? What area? It's so freaking big. The US is freaking huge. With Dubai, it's very simple. With Singapore, it's very simple. With Malta, it was pretty simple. With every other country I've been to in my life here, it's been pretty simple. But with the US, it's also huge. So, at least to me, I'm always confused about, if I go to New York, I've at least spent 6 hours, I think, looking through hotels in New York, thinking which one is actually smart to go to, which one would be good, and I never figured it out, so I never went. Fun fact. You guys probably don't care about this. You'll watch for crypto stuff, but there's a little bit of life content, all right? There you go. Life of a crypto hodler. I try to go to as many conferences as possible, but I just don't know when they exist or where they are. Trigger. Bitcoin Colombia would be a blast. Is there Bitcoin Colombia? Crypto's still rare. I only know one person in my town who admits they're too interested in crypto. I feel lonely. So I've had this channel, right? You can actually, let's see, for fun. Let me see when my first video that's still public was on my YouTube channel. Let me see. Give me a second.
Hey guys, what's up? Is this?
So, yeah, it's kind of funny. I still have a lot of videos from like years and years and years ago, right? You can see here, for example, videos from 4 years ago, which used to do really well, by the way. The reason that all these did well is most likely because all my other videos got deleted by YouTube at some point. I'm still proud of these videos because, well, I was a lot younger at the time. This is 4 years ago. So my voice, of course, was also a lot less mature, I'd say. However, point being, you know how much has changed over these years? back then I used to always really hide, even though I've only shown my face on YouTube for less than half a year, I think. I used to always want to hide so much that I'm into crypto because nobody would understand. Nobody understood it. Nobody would understand. Now, however, it's like, oh, you're a crypto guy, huh? Oh, yeah. It's like, it's the most normal, casual thing in the world. At least whenever I go to places. It's like, oh, crypto, yeah, okay, you're a crypto guy, huh? Okay, yeah. So you must be making money, huh? You always get that joke. But yeah, a lot has changed in these years. So on average, though, it depends on what type of place you're in. I'd say if you're in some really country town or whatever in the US, that's always what I'm thinking of. Nobody's probably going to know. But in most places around the world where I've visited now, and I've visited at least like 15 countries this year, maybe 20, if you're in a big city, they'll know your stuff. They'll know. There'll always be some guy who knows. I guess you also have one, right? There'll always be some guy. F says, I can't remember when I started to watch. It's been so long. Yeah, I've made videos. I think my first crypto video was somewhere in 2016. And then I started to do it like daily from maybe September 2017 or so. Or August 2017. I don't remember exactly. But some of you guys have been here for 5 or so years. When I talked about Electronium, for example, almost always. Or about Tron. Tron was one of my favorite cryptos for so long. I loved their marketing. And you know a fun fact, guys? You know a fun fact? I'm one of the dumbest pieces of garbage in this world. So, as a YouTuber, you get a lot of emails, right? I got an email from Tron. I thought it was a scam. Later on, I meet the guy who sent me that email saying, I was from the official Tron team. We wanted to invite you to a Tron conference in San Francisco. Yeah, I kind of cried for that for a second. That was like at least 5 years ago, I think, you know? They wanted to invite me to a Tron conference. I would have loved to go. But I thought it was a scam email. I probably just didn't read it. I don't really read emails anyway. On the YouTube channel that is, right? I do read emails, don't get it wrong. Don't get it twisted. Didn't you have a massive pause/break mid-2019? No, all my content got deleted. I never got breaks. No, never. So if there's not something in there, if there's not something showing up, it's because my YouTube deleted it or I got banned from YouTube or something like that. I had a little ban from YouTube for a couple weeks. Maybe that's why, somewhere in 2019. I still have those warnings up on my channel even to this date. Let me see exactly when that was. It was May of 2019. That's when my YouTube channel got like 1,000 or so videos taken down, maybe more. Yeah, I'm not sure exactly how much that was. Why did you get banned and what happened? I don't know. Still to this day, I don't know. YouTube had a crypto purge. They just went after all these crypto channels. So there's not really a good explanation for it. It's just YouTube being a lovely place to be at. Yeah. I don't know what else to tell you, my friend. It's not as if I wanted to. Yeah. What's up from New York? Are you into Sandbox or any metaverse projects? Yeah. But the thing is, and this is actually a really important thing, Metaverse has these ups and downs, as I covered for you earlier with the whole meta situation. Metaverse is so aspirational, but there's so many things along the way that are making it difficult for Metaverse to grow. So, do I like Metaverse crypto projects and whatnot? Of course, I think they're going to be huge. But I only buy them whenever I'm losing my train of thought here. I'm only buying them whenever there's the sort of it's the hype, so to speak. Just to get reading specs. I think my reading is actually pretty good. Just not, I'm not feeling 100 today. Reading will be a little bit more or less. Will be a little bit less optimal than normal, but it's good. How are the buds in New York? I wouldn't know. Yeah. Why do some people come to the chat box to advertise? You know it's not gonna work, right? Why are you such a douchebag, my friend? Just ban the guy. If he's saying, "Oh, I'm running a giveaway on my channel. Dusty's giving away $10,000, but I'm giving away a little bit of money." Let's see. He is trying to overrule the king of giveaways right now with $60. Is that serious? He says Dusty's giving away $10,000. I'm giving away 68 or 69. Oh, that's the joke maybe. Never mind. No, he's saying subscribe on my vids to enter. Really? Okay. Meowskull says, what's breaking? What's the 411? The 411? So the whole situation from earlier, for anybody that tuned into the stream a little bit later, all had to do with the fact that the SEC has now started to claim Dragon Chain has also capped the number of dragons that could ever be created. This ensured the market value of dragons, which was important to investors, would not be diluted in the future by introduction of newly minted dragons into the market. What they said basically was, hey, you know what? We're making sure that any single crypto falls in the bracket of we can come after you. So if you have a limited supply, we can come after you. If you're proof of work, eventually, we can come after you after everything, eventually, right? Right now, they're just making the basis of that. Because, well, with Ripple, one of the things that they said was there's new XRP coming out every single time, even though they've already been created. Ripple keeps getting them out of the unlock, right? Which is one of the things that they stated. But now they're also saying, well, since there's an official cap, for example, it doesn't matter. Anything. They could just go after everything. That's the whole point here. They've also done, the SEC's gone for 10 complaints over the last 2 months, 1 month, in comparison to the 2 complaints that I at least remember, Library and Ripple, over the last year before that. I've also got a paper cut just now. This is freaking annoying. Or glass. I think it's paper cut or glass. I don't remember. I also dropped a glass earlier today. Is unlocking the same as creating according to the SEC? I don't know about that, to be honest with you. I don't know. I don't know what they think about that. SEC, Securities Commission. I'm not gonna. No, I wouldn't say that, my friend. I'm not gonna say that. But yeah, the SEC is just going pretty crazy on the matter. You guys understand. In Canada, they're also not doing a really good job last couple of weeks. Specifically, there's new limiting that they want to do for all these other cryptos. So they only allow for Litecoin, Bitcoin Cash, Ethereum, and Bitcoin to be completely fine. All the other ones are not good. What did I do? Did I do something? Did I say something, guys? What did I do? Do you have any info? What went on with Celsius? I heard from Cryptosaurus about 100 million sell-off a few days ago from Celsius. Don't remember that exactly. Why is everybody laughing in the chat? What happened? Did I mess up? Did I show something I shouldn't have shown? Did I say something stupid? I don't remember. What happened? Okay, let me type in Celsius. Let's take a little bit of a look. We have bankrupt lender Celsius CEO owes creditors transparency, they said. Oh, the comment, I see. Oh, okay. Oh, for a second, I thought this was some really crazy advertisement. You don't even want to know what I thought. let's not go into that. Oh, for a second, I saw this. I was like, oh. I saw this. I was like, oh no. My mind is messed up. Bankrupt lender Celsius CEO owes creditors transparency, crypto lawyer says. If Alex Mashinsky was being transparent, there would be no need to pull in an independent examiner, said Sasha Hutter, founder of Hutter Law Firm, on CoinDesk TV First Mover. Fair enough. Fair enough. Fair enough. Yeah. Let's see here. Back in July, the company spent $40 million, which was primarily used to set up its mining site. Regarding Celsius, I don't see anything about the $100 million like you just stated. But you mean an unlock? Wait a minute. Okay. I'm seeing somebody ask, is a $100 million loan possible? Celsius obtains a $100 million loan from FTX about 3 weeks ago. Celsius lost over $100 million after CEO took over trading. But I'm not so sure exactly what you mean then. They sold off $180 million. Okay, let me see. 400 customers who lost $180 million are now suing Celsius. That's what I found. Maybe that's what you meant? This is a strange website. 400 customers who lost $180 million are now suing Celsius. A group of custodial customers who are now suing the crypto lender Celsius. The group now consists of 400 users who own 4% of the total assets locked in the Celsius network, 180 million. Platform's legal representative stated that the users gave up legal rights to the crypto assets when they accepted the terms of service, which is actually another really important thing to understand. Whenever you're giving your money to an exchange, you're literally giving it to them for them to hold on to. And if they never give it back, yeah, it's too bad. You know, it sucks, but you can't really do too much legally, I think. Then again, of course, you can sue like they're doing right here, but it's going to be it's like an uphill battle. There was a 180 mil sell-off specifically on FTX from Celsius account on Wednesday. Okay, let's see. There could be, by the way. You know, Celsius accounts are kind of weird. Celsius, let me just type Celsius FTX. FTX increased revenue by 1,000%, even though they try to buy Celsius. Celsius now likely has enough cash to last through the year from yesterday. This week in coins, Celsius, another victim. No. Celsius, bankrupt leader. No, I don't know. Long story short, I don't know, my friend. You might be right on that. Could very much be. At the end of the day, I don't really care about Celsius too much myself. I'm trying to get these updates out and in for you guys. Out and in. What? But at the end of the day, I don't know what they're doing. Celsius is a really strange company. The way they're doing things as well through the bankruptcy filings is just strange. Yeah. And as well, what I'm just reading right here, by the way, while I'm talking to you, I'm trying to read what all these articles say. It's really crazy that the CEO took over and then they start to do bad. I wonder, is it really his incapability? Or is it because, the crypto market, for example, started to turn around when he started to take over trading and whatnot? Surge after that. Celsius moved 500 million of Bitcoin, wrapped Bitcoin to FTX. Should we be worried? Let me type in Celsius 529. But that's from over a month ago, though, so no. It's from 8th July. This has you just mean maybe go look from here, maybe. 25,000 WBTC sent to FTX follows the news early today that 150,000 may be potentially released onto the Mongox creditors, get their Bitcoin back after an 8-year wait. Then again, the question at hand, should you be worried? It depends on what. Should you be worried for dumping? It depends. You know, they have cash. I'm not so sure if they have dollars or crypto cash. I'm not even sure what exactly Celsius needs cash for or what exactly they need to do to keep up with their loans. Which loans exactly? I thought they paid off the majority of their stuff. Professor says, what about XRP? Seems like clickbait. You know, I really want to sometimes look into people's minds who have peasant brains to say clickbait. I don't know what's wrong with some people. If the title is what it says right there, we talked about it. This stream has been going on for how long? 47 minutes. Scroll to the beginning of the live stream, maybe. The start of the live stream has the XRP content. I even went into it a little bit again in the middle. How is it clickbait, my friend? People are so funny. I always see that. I try to make the title as juicy as possible while always staying true to what I'm going to talk about. But, I'm nowhere near. You just called me. I just got here, dude. Yeah, but don't say clickbait then, my friend. Just say, hey, what about XRP, man? Can you please repeat? No problem at all. I'd repeat it only for you if you'd ask. But to say clickbait, what? What's going on there? What's going on there in the brain? I don't understand. But it's okay. It's okay. Don't worry. Don't worry about it. I don't mind. If you want me to repeat it, just ask. No problem like that. Oh, because people do stuff like that? Are you meaning that you're just making a joke about it? All right. Most people do not know trading. There's even scammers in the chat right now. Seriously? There's even a scammer in the chat right now. Look at that, Fredia. Most people do not know what trading is the best step to growing more income. I realized this after I came across this miss. I also wonder who thought that writing it like that would be a good idea. They always have the exact same Nigerian scam type of setup. It's so unbelievably stupidly written. I'm also not sure if it's like a bot or if this is an individual. From my analysis that we've done with the Dust to BC team, it's mostly, fun fact, it's mostly Nigerian scammers on my channel as well. It's kind of funny. We have another one. Another fake account. Elon Musk giveaway. Damn. Damn! This is getting juicy up in here. Okay. What are your thoughts on Terra Luna? Think it will make it after the burn? What are your thoughts on Terra Luna? Terra Luna is an amazing cryptocurrency. I actually think, Terra Luna is the only crypto which you need. No, my personal opinion on Terra Luna is that it's absolute garbage. I don't like Do Kwon anymore for what he's done. I don't know what else to tell you. I mean, Luna's pretty garbage in my opinion. This guy... Okay, I'm just going to ban him. I thought it was kind of funny, but now I'm thinking, never mind. For context, by the way, this person is putting up a lot of, this Fredio is trying to... they were trying, you can see, they were trying. They were trying their best. But no. No. Oh yeah. So for anybody watching again, what was the news? It was mostly around the fact the SEC is going to go pretty heavy over the next couple of months. Most likely, a lot of enforcements are going to be pulled through. They have now also made it so that cryptos, which have a limited supply, right, a max, a cap, is a bad thing. And like JV says, the SEC is filing a lawsuit for every type of crypto model. They're basically making sure that they have a couple of easy-to-win lawsuits, right? So Dragon, for example, chain, they literally had an ICO, so they think they can easily win this case. They've also put in here, Dragon Chain also kept the number of dragons that ever could be created. So the judge is basically also saying like, yeah, okay, you're right. This might also be one of the points that's quote-unquote bad. And the more cases that they file, the more of a chance they'll find a judge that doesn't know too much about this cryptocurrency stuff. And the more that they file right now, the more they have to move in unison, of which the bigger the chance that one of them finishes and they can use that precedent or precedent, whatever, to put somewhere into another lawsuit and move on from there. So they want to try as many different models as possible and get as many of these into some sort of predicament to be able to kind of reverse engineer that back. What's the next new XRP court date? We don't have any new date yet. As of this point, we have nothing, I think. Not sure, at least. Maybe there is one, but I don't know. Dusty, is the market going to dip more this week? What's your thoughts? Well, it depends on the... So if you're asking if the stock market will move, yeah, that's a good question, my friend. We're seeing a lot of negativity in the stock market right now, but it's gone on such a... it's gone on an interesting rally, I'd say, right? Obviously, it looks as if it was a little bit of a fake out or a little bull trap. But to be honest with you, it could continue on. I've said before that in terms of crypto, I still think that Bitcoin is a better bet right now than stocks, in terms of risk reward even, right? You might say, no, but stocks are always safer or something like that. No, I don't think so right now. I think actually Bitcoin is safer as of this point. But that has to do with the fact that if the stock market moves down, Bitcoin moves down, sure. But there's actually an appeal for when the stock market moves down that Bitcoin could move up because of the actual utility of being a store of value. Watching from England, what's up? Prof says, not sure if there's a crackdown going on for exchanges, but yeah, Nexo acting sus. It seems as if there is a crackdown for exchanges in the background. I covered for you guys, I think it was a week or two ago, that the SEC is sending subpoenas to almost every single exchange. So most likely there is something happening in the background. We've also seen with the whole Coinbase debacle that they're going after exchanges that listed some sort of securities to some degree, which again are securities by the SEC's definition. Nexo, then again, though, is still pretty good. I'm not noticing anything bad, and the big trouble for these lending platforms is kind of over since Three Arrows Capital, Celsius, and all these other parts have kind of Voyager have picked themselves up from the dust, right? It was all because of Luna's collapse, I'd say, and yeah, I think they're now pretty good. But to be honest with you, I'm still using Nexo, so I'm not sure if there's anything bad with it. I'd even be how do you say it? I'd even say I'd be pretty confident with still talking about Nexo on my channel. Can I give it a guarantee that it's going to stay around? Absolutely not. I don't know these people individually. I put my own money in there, and I still think they're pretty good. But I'm not even sure what the rates are right now on Nexo. Not sure. If I decide to put more money in, I'll make a video update for you guys. I'll look into Nexo and give you guys a video update in a couple of days. Should be good. It's because you're a U.S. citizen. They won't let me add more staking. 10% Nexo up to 8% XRP there. It's because you're a U.S. citizen. They won't let me add more staking. Oh, so somebody's a U.S. citizen, then you can add more. Okay, I don't know. I don't know exactly in the U.S. how that would work. Oh, that's what you mean with verification. You said, I used to think they were, and now asking for more verification. They're on my bad list now. Yeah, so the verifications, however, are a thing of crypto that I used to be really against. For all of you that do not know, a couple years ago, when I made my videos, I told you, everybody, I would never KYC for a crypto exchange, was my opinion at that point. I've changed my mind, though, which mostly has to do with the fact that right now you can't really go around it anymore. David says, I will go back to sleep. You baited me, man. I said, wake up, people. He's right. Go back to sleep, my friend. Go back to sleep. I like that one. Oh, yeah. Sorry. It was because John Dean said, wake up. He put it literally like there. Wake up. A war against crypto was declared on December 22nd, 2020. I was like, I like the wake up. I like the wake up. I like the feeling of that. I'm going to continue on with that. We have a dog in the chat. How do I know he's a dog? Because he said woof woof. Interesting. What's up, my friend? Have you heard of this wallet? No. Maybe I have, actually. I'm not sure. Let me type it in. No, I don't use that. Stellar wallet. No. It's got a lot of votes, though. But I don't really need these wallets so much, to be honest with you. Majority of what I need to do in crypto can be under a couple of wallets. My main one, I guess, maybe being MetaMask for usage, right? For token sort of wallets. Obviously, only with ERC compatible things. But, yeah, for example, a Stellar wallet, I don't really do anything on Stellar, so I'm not so sure why I would need that. Oh. You can enjoy the full screen for a second. Can you give us your favorite wallets to use? I made a video about that a while ago, but let me see, DustDBC crypto wallet. Yeah, I made a video about it 5 months ago. Top 5 crypto wallets, everything you need to know about storing your crypto safely. It's yeah, it's on my channel still. So if you really want, I think it's a pretty good update, by the way. Looks like this. Top 5 crypto wallets, everything you need to know about storing your crypto safely. And then there's an overview of different wallets and whatnot. What is a web crypto wallet? What is a software wallet? What is a phone wallet? What is a hardware wallet? What is a paper wallet? Which exactly wants to use? For example, Phantom for Solana, Terra Station for Terra Luna. Oh, that's funny. If only times were still as good as they were back then, huh? I still can sometimes. Luna used to be so much fun, guys. I really am very sad still that Luna went the way it went. Because Luna, I mean, the anchor stuff was my favorite thing to look at every day. You know, I was always so excited looking at my anchor, like, oh wow, look what we made today. Yeah, I guess it's still true though. I mean, the wallet still exists, but yeah, I wouldn't recommend anybody to get into it now. But damn, that hurts. That hits me right in the feels, man. Hits me right in the feels. But it's okay. What's happening to XRP then? So the whole situation, as I said before, is specifically for XRP holders. We, I think, as a unit, are right? This is gonna sound a little bit corny, but we as a unit, as the XRP community, I honestly think are the only ones, and this is again, I know it's corny, are the only ones that can do something against the SEC. Why? I think we're the only ones with long enough of a breath, which is why I want to kind of wake everybody up and say, hey, whatever you think you can do in the XRP debacle and the Ripple lawsuit, maybe it's time. Because if we don't do it, all the other ones are going to sit by the sidelines. And I literally expect that the XRP community are going to be the ones that are going to, quote unquote, save crypto in the US. I really honestly think so. It's kind of corny, I know. We are the heroes that need to save crypto. But it really kind of is the way it is. Agree or disagree with me, but hey. Will Ripple XRP do a buyback? Ripple does buybacks of XRP, yes. Have I heard of that? No. I have heard of it, yeah, but I don't know too much about what it does or what. By the way, the reason I sometimes do it that way, a lot of people, they come into my chat box only to promote their own garbage, you know? So I'm always a little bit cautious with pronouncing the names. So if somebody says, have you heard of this wallet? Have you heard of this project? I try to not pronounce them just to not give them extra credit. Unless I've actually heard of them and I'm like, yeah, I've heard of that project, and then name it, you know? Thank you for saying that. My friend, be around the side of the truth. I think you're talking about the fact that only us as a community can fix this stuff, this problem. Then again, yeah, or the project you guys are talking about, I know it though. You know, it's not as if it's bad, but I don't associate with it in any way, shape, or form. I don't know anything about it, so it has no purpose in me naming it. Dusty, look into Stellar Network is the new stock market. You mean in the sense of actually looking into, you know, on-chain Stellar stuff? Because all I do for Stellar is sometimes mess around with the stablecoins a little bit, but that's about it. I don't really do too much on Stellar at all. Actually, I can't really think of something I've ever involved myself with on Stellar. Maybe it's actually a thriving ecosystem. Maybe it's so juicy. And I was going to make a video about Stellar. As I said before, right? I was going to talk about it. Here's my my stuff. Oh. The fact that Stellar is growing like crazy. And I actually take a little bit of a look at the projects on there. But nothing like on-chain wise. I literally don't know too much about exactly the DApps and whatnot. I'm not really knowledgeable on the Stellar DApps side of things. Stellar will ramp up, I have that feeling. Yeah, I heard about Stella. There's a difference between Stella with an A at the end and an Stellar with an R at the end. A hard R. You know what YouTube just told me? I'm seeing on the right? This is a good moment. I have to translate from Dutch to English. Give me a sec. This is a good moment to add advertisements to your... it says, dit is een goed moment om advertenties in te voegen. This is a good moment to insert advertisements. The more viewers that watch, the more creators earn. If they add advertisements, try it. Okay. So what if I press add advertisement now? What happens? Do you all get like an advertisement now? Or what? Did something happen or no? Did you guys get an ad just now? Really? Oh, yeah, I have YouTube Premium. I have it on my side, but I don't see it. Really? Oh, wow. I'm going to make you guys watch so many ads. No, just kidding. No, just, I don't have any stream anymore. Just going to keep pressing the ad button to mess people up. That would be kind of funny. Yes, more please. Yeah. Really though, I didn't know that was a thing. I see 30 people pressed off the stream. Maybe they didn't like the ad. That's profit, my guys. You know, if anybody wants to know, let's see. Let's see how much a stream earns on average. You guys want to know about it? Let me check it out. My streams, that is, huh? So for fun, let's check it out. Oh, okay. I cannot see it yet because it's only from yesterday. Let's see a stream from a couple weeks ago. Let's see. So it got about 5,000 views this stream. Let's see how much it earned. Okay. So this stream, our last stream that we did before the last 2 days, which was a breakout stream, it had in total about 5,000 views. How many viewers? We had 410 viewers at the same time, so about double what we have now, and it earned about 25 euros for a 1 hour stream. Okay, interesting. Interesting. Yeah, 25 or 24.96. Advertisements, 22 euros. YouTube Premium, 3 euros. Okay, cool. Interesting. So this stream, how much will it earn? I have no idea. Maybe $10 or so. So, is this a career? No, I don't think so. Is it interesting? Maybe you can fetch something from this information. I don't know what, but hey, you do you. Don't spend it all at once. I'm going to try. I'm going to just keep playing these ads, you know. I'm going to ramp my salary up from, $10 an hour to $12 an hour. That would be good. That would be very nice. All right. SEC claims Coinbase currently lists 9 crypto assets. We covered everything, I think. All my pieces here that I had before. I think so. Thesis, apes, throwing feces coins at each other is how it ends. Maybe the alchemist is right. Maybe exactly this is how everything ends. Yeah. FIB Goldberg says ad blocker for the win. Can we ban that guy who says ad blocker? No, just kidding. All right. What has happened? Well, as I said before, the whole situation is the fact that the SEC is going to go rampant right now. They've made their last big mistake with the Dragon Chain claims of the fact that even coins which have a limited supply are bad, and they claim that as a literal bad point. They're going crazy over the next couple of months. Just prepare for at least another 20 crypto lawsuits to come over the next couple of weeks. Be prepared. Be ready. Stay cautious. And I would say wake up. Do something if you can. Right? Interact as much as possible. Try to show these Congress people in the U.S. that what the frick is the SEC doing. Let these guys be investigated. Right? How will the year end? Somebody asks. Robert asks. Do you think it will end this year? Actually, I'm going to interpret the question differently. How will this year end? Or will it finish? It all depends on what exactly is going to come on in the lawsuit over the next couple of months. And it depends on whether or not the SEC will be investigated. What will happen in that regard? Right? They deserve an investigation. They need to be looked up. They need to be they need to kind of check it out exactly what's going on there. But we shall see whether or not it will work that way. We shall see. Now, guys, before we end the stream, make sure that you guys press the like button on it right now. We are at over 200 likes, but We are at 205 likes. Let's get to at least 250. We have over 2,000 people join the stream. So if you guys all press that like button right now, we are actually at like 350, but you don't all have to press it. Only some of you have to, because then we're at 250, and I'm happy, and I can go to bed safely, even though it's only 2 p.m. Did you find how BTC go to zero? Don't know what you mean. I don't think Bitcoin is going to go to zero anytime soon. Call your local congressman and call them buns. I don't know how that works in the U.S., so I can't say. But just interact as much as possible. Dennis says unsubscribe. That's not a problem. As long as you press the like button, you can unsubscribe anytime you want. So it's all good, my friend. Props is usually at this time. I'm going to try to stream at least once every single day. But I think today I'm going to either do 2 streams or I'm going to make a couple of videos because I have to talk about Stellar. I have to talk about my top 5 cryptos. Oh, I already give you guys a hint of one of those cryptos that's in that list. And I might want to make another Shiba Inu video, but I'll have to see on whether or not I'll actually do that or not today. So yeah, when is your next live chat? A maximum 24 hours. But guys, if you want to be updated every single time I go live, make sure you follow me over on Twitter. That is the best way to stay updated. Because even now, right, I put over here. Here we go. Live right now over on YouTube. I put it. That's the best way to just stay in touch. That's the best way to check it out. So Twitter is the easiest way to always be connected as soon as possible. When is my next one? Maximum 24 hours from now. Maximum. Guys, we have 10 more likes to go. At 250, I can go to bed happy. And some of you guys are saying no Shiba. A lot of you guys are saying yes, please Shiba Inu. Let's do a vote. Yes or no Shiba Inu content? Yes or no? And let me make a poll. And if more than 25% says yes, I'm going to do it. It's not 50-50 because that means a lot of people actually want this update. If it's less than 25%, it's not worth my time. Okay, no, there's a 47% that still says yes. Okay, and actually, a lot of people said yes. We're going to do a Shiba Inu update as well. Either today or tomorrow, we shall see. And I also have to give you guys an update on Satoshi Island, which is coming up soon. So I'll get that update to you guys out as soon as well. So I'm not so sure of the schedule of my videos just quite yet, but a lot of cool stuff is coming up, guys. If you're not subscribed yet, make sure you press that button. If you want to unsubscribe, do your thing. If you want to press the like button, do your thing. Otherwise, adios, guys. See you later in another crypto video later today somewhere. So, yeah, thank you guys so much for stopping by saying hi. This was an amazing stream. Thank you guys so much. See ya.